So, Brian, did you imagine like 20 something years ago when we started building ponds, we'd wind up in Spain?
I don't even think 20 years ago I'd still be building a pond, right? Much less in Spain.
Hey everyone, it's Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. I'm in Valencia, Spain with Brian Helfrich from Team Aquascape. I'm almost at a loss for words because I never imagined, like, after all this time building water features, we'd be getting on a plane to come to another country to build a rec pond or actually we're designing a rec pond for somebody.
An entire day of travel to get out here to design not just a rec pond, but a pond that's going to change the way this house looks.
Absolutely. Right? So real quick backstory, Seth gave me a call. He's been watching a bunch of YouTube videos. He's like, I want to build a rec pond. I'm like, yeah, cool, we do that. He's like, in Spain. I'm like, really? Spain? So he moved out here from LA with his family. They actually now live in Spain. They're doing this awesome renovation on this historic home.
Yeah.
In just outside of Valencia. It's going to be fantastic. We'll walk you through the whole thing. But what I want to do, I think, with this video is just kind of explain how we do these travel consultations, which turn into projects.
Yeah. I think from the whole design process, the consultation fee, getting, no different. You got some pictures and some video of the backyard before we came out here. We talked about budget and all those types of things. Now we're really trying to change the design around a little bit because the video and the photos that we got did not do the house justice.
No, and as soon as we walked in here, we immediately changed gears.
Yeah.
We started off with an idea of a pretty simplistic design, but then looking at the way the house is laid out, I'll tell you what, why don't we just show them?
Yeah. You guys, wait till you see this place. Obviously, it's completely under renovation. He is doing a giant renovation on this amazing house. And I have to show you kind of what we see. Like, this is a sunken family room area. This is gonna be a super, super cool room. I love this spiral staircase that goes up, but just like every other design, my eyes instantly go to the backyard. Come over this way. So as you come around the house, your eyes open up even more into the backyard, and we have to take advantage of these views. So my mind's already racing with all the different ideas on like, what can we do over in here? What can we do over in this space? So you can tell how excited I am. But just like all designs, we designed every water feature from the inside of the house. So this is like this family room type area. And as we come this way, we go down a hallway that leads to the bedroom. And so you have one bedroom here, and look at the giant window that looks outside. Now come this way. Another bedroom with another giant window that looks outside. Then you come this way, master bedroom with a huge window that looks outside. I mean, can you imagine every day waking up in bed and looking out at whatever we're gonna create? And so it's kind of tricky because you don't want to design the entire feature from bedrooms because you don't spend a whole lot of time in the bedroom. We really have to still focus on that outdoor seating area, that family room area, but give them something special too when they go to bed or when they wake up to still see something. I think we have to make it extremely interactive for the children. He's got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old and a 14-year-old. So everybody's gonna be using this pond a little different. So we really have to design this pond for 5 different family members and how each one's gonna use it, and more importantly, how they're gonna grow into it over the years.
your dream pond, and now you actually get to see it on paper.
This is it?
This is it.
Oh my goodness.
So first reaction, what are you seeing here?
I mean, this looks like a pond you see at like Disneyland or a resort. So this is crazy.
So you want to walk through it?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
I
cool.
do.
All right, so here we are in your bedroom. Here's the master bedroom right here. We've got a couple lounge chairs drawn in here. And you're waking up in the morning, sitting in bed with your cup of coffee, you look out and you just see these beautiful cascading waterfalls coming towards you into like a nice pooling area. You'll be able to walk out of your bedroom onto this brand new deck that's going to be out here, which is going to be cantilevered over the entire pond. This whole front side of the deck is straight down 5 feet. Like if you want to wake up in the morning, just jump in the pond, you can do that.
I do.
Yeah, so, and what's cool is over here, you got your kids in this room, and eventually there'll be, one and one over here. They can do the same thing. When they're old enough, run out and jump right in the pond, you guys are swimming.
Instead of showering?
Instead of showering. And we haven't gotten to the rest of the pond yet, but we're just going through the gardens over to, I think Ella's gonna like this the most. We're looking at a big, huge fire pit. Talking like you can throw logs in this thing.
Oh my goodness.
It'll be surrounded by big boulders, giving that really like that sunken feel. You can put plenty of chairs around this thing. She could be hanging out there with her friends. You guys can be over by the house. And the best part is all these waterfalls are going to create a sound barrier where you won't hear each other's conversations. I'm sure she's going to love that.
Yeah, some privacy. Yeah.
Well, so when you come in the front door, you see straight through to this whole pond and those waterfalls. And can you imagine what the reaction is going to be when somebody walks in your house and that's the first thing they see?
From the front doorway? No.
Yeah.
No, I can't even. Wow.
I can imagine. They're going to be blown away.
Wow. I'm blown away at this colored pencil drawing. Like it doesn't even exist yet, and I'm blown away.
So tell me, is there anything we think we should change here?
No, not a thing. This is far exceeds what I thought was going to happen in this yard.
Well, let's get it rolling then.
Yes.
Yes. We're going to head up to the rock yard. We're going to pick out some amazing stones. I'm excited because we met Amador and Lucas over at their shop, and they're like, you guys need to come to where we actually harvest this rock. We saw one piece there that we really liked. If the rest of it looks like that, like we're in business.
Sweet.
Let's get going. One of the most important parts when we look at these travel projects is stone selection. It will make or break a project. This morning we're out at a local stone yard here, which is close to Valencia, and they've got a lot of manufactured stone, which is typical of like a contractor type stone yard. What's cool is right out in front of the building, they've got this awesome stone sculpture, and it's a pond. I love the way they did the walls kind of diving into one another, very artistic. I've seen stonework like this in books. To see it in person really is impressive. For this project, we are after big stuff. We want rocks that are multiple tons, a lot of character, and something that's going to really plant itself in the landscape. We've also got to be careful about the type of stone we use. This is like a fresh limestone that's been quarried. The problem with it is it actually raises the pH in the water, and you'll get a ton of string algae using this stuff. Not that we can't use limestone, it's got to be weathered if we're going to use it. This is a large limestone, but what's different about this is you can see there's a lot of weathering on it, which means this has been exposed to the surface for quite a while. It's got a nice shell on it. It's not going to bleed as much into the water with the high pH, and it's not going to break down as much as like fresh limestone would in the water. If I could find stuff like that that's maybe got some more character or texture to it, some more aging, that would probably work, but I'm just not seeing it here. I see Brian across the yard. He may have found something we can use.
Jack, do you see this one? Like, this is the stuff. You know what I like about this? This is stuff that we're so familiar with working with. This looks so much like our weathered limestone that comes out of Missouri. I can see these as some of the big outcroppings on the edge of the pond. I love the height of it. So like when we're looking to do a 5-foot deep pond, we don't want to stack a bunch of boulders on top of each other. This will take up 3 feet quick. The challenge is we found one in this massive stone yard, and it's a super cool stone yard, but we found one rock that we like. They said they've got millions of tons of this over at a quarry, and they've never let people come actually see the quarry before, but we get a behind the scenes tour tomorrow. No, I think we're heading there now. I can't remember this at tomorrow. My Spanish is very poquito. Tomorrow or today, we're gonna go check out the actual quarry where we get this stuff, and we're gonna tag about 150 tons of this. So that'll be exciting. This is awesome. Like, I've only done this one other time, like actually been to the quarry to see where we're gonna use the rocks, and that was when we picked out the rocks for the big pond out there at Aquascape. So to actually be here in Spain and see where they quarry the stone and see how cool just the landscape is just amazing. And then you look at these rocks and you're like, yes.
That whole ride out here through the mountains was so inspiring. Seeing all the different outcroppings and the way that you can understand how this rock is formed really gives you some serious inspiration. And now we're here looking at what we're going to have available to us to build this project. It's almost like you don't even know where to turn. There's just rock every place, gorgeous rock.
It's got a lot of vegetation on it. Ow. Yeah, that thing's sharp. Jesus.
So we're looking for stuff exactly like this, only larger. We want stuff that's probably 3-4 times the size of this. I better be careful what I touch here if it's going to be that way.
Jack, look at these. This is done. This is a whole wall just finished.
So the biggest thing I think we were worried about, Bri, was finding the right rock. And that's always the case when we do this travel stuff. I think we found it.
Yeah, I think we found it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll make this work.
We'll make it work. There's no shortage. There's just no shortage of material here to pick from. We're gonna go through and start tagging some stuff, then they'll get it loaded up and they'll bring it to their stone yard, which is only about 15 minutes from Seth's house. And that's how we're gonna stage things. We're gonna have probably 150 tons sitting there, and then we can just bring it in probably 25 ton at a time, not jam the whole job site up when we're working. But I'm seriously inspired to get this thing going.
Oh my God, they're so awesome.
Oh, it's even better up close. Like, this is not the stuff we would have inside the water because it is very sharp. This is the stuff like in the water to here and sticking above into the landscape.
Even in the retaining wall, like the way the plants, like...
Imagine this is the backside of the fire.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be so cool.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
I'm still like electric from the rock yard, right?
Oh my God, it was so
so
I mean,
awesome.
The one thing both of us were so worried about is, and we're worried about every travel project, trying to find the right rock for the right job. And that was a kid in a candy store. More importantly, Seth, his 3 children, and his wife are all like crazy excited to get this thing going.
We had dinner with them last night, and they are just over the moon with the way this is going to turn out. So everybody's excited. I'm excited. The only thing I can't wait for is to get back here to get this thing rolling. And we're going to put together a serious all-star team to build this. Like, you guys saw the drawing, right? We're going to build that whole design in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's not something that we do on a regular basis back home, but we don't have the luxury of spending a month out here. Neither one of us has the personal time to put a month out on a project. And so we've got to figure out how to get this thing done in 2 weeks without killing ourselves. So the team that we're putting together is going to be really important to getting this thing done.
Like we say, we're not going to kill ourselves. We're going to kill ourselves. We're definitely going to kill ourselves doing this. This is going to be something epic. I can't wait to get back here. Brian and I are just chomping at the bit. We actually both love what we do very much. And I think that's going to show when we get back here, show Seth and his family why it was worth having us come out here in the first place. Hit that subscribe button. Come on back every Friday, 4 p.m. We are doing this thing, showing you beautiful water features and water feature builds. We'll see you on the next one.